Hello, my friend. Welcome to live chats. We got a juicy one. We got a juicy one this week. I actually brought out my juice. This is not sponsored. I'll purchase this with my own money. These people do not know who I am. I am drinking juice because this is a juicy chat. This is the Perfy Superfood Soda Blood Orange and Yuzu. Is that how you pronounce it? I feel like it should be something else, but I really felt like having a glass of wine, but no, there isn't anybody else to finish the bottle with me. I'd be the only one drinking it, and half of it would go bad. so we're having some juice today because I watched T-Spill's video on James Charles and his TikTok that he did with Lipstick Nick. And it was like, I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised. And I was like, you know what? Last time we did a react video, we did it to Jacqueline's video about how she didn't care about you. I literally was like, if you had any thought that Jacqueline cared about you, this should now negate all of that. And I feel like this is James's moment. So I thought we would react live to T-Spill's video about James Charles's TikTok, because T-Spill words things very well, edits things very well. Full video down below. Please give T-Spill a view on this. I feel kind of bad putting it all in the video. I feel a little guilty about that. So if you want to watch the whole thing uninterrupted, I highly recommend you go watch T-Spill's full video uninterrupted. Give a review. All right. So anyway, before we get started, because I am like, I don't know if I'm mad or if I'm just like disgusted. I know I'm disgusted. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm just like, what the fuck? But before we get into like all my thoughts, you can hear what is happening. Let's say hello very quickly to people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as people that are here in live chat. If you're watching on the replay, they should all be right here. Should be. If you are listening, I will be reading everything, and I will be explaining everything to you, so you don't have to worry about that you have to watch it. You can totally just listen to this. Okay, so let's say good evening, because it is evening my time. Good evening, Angie. Angie was the first one here. Nope, you got the time perfect. Hello, Alicia. Yep, it was 25 minutes. Yes, Tracy, hi. I'm happy that you're here. Hi, Mimi. OMG, cannot believe I actually caught a live. Making some tea to prepare. Enjoy. I got my juice. You got your tea. Cheers, friend. Cheers. Hi, Kim. Happy Sunday from Vegas. Say hello to Vegas for me. One of my favorite cities. I love that city. Trace says hi to my fellow early birds. Hope everyone is good this evening. I actually got it live 30 minutes before chat today. I was on point. Hi, Cynthia. Hello in Southern California. Oh, another San Diego, one of the prettiest places I've ever been. Super excited for today's chat. I'm super excited that you are here. Hi, Ms. B Noodle. Good to see you. Hi, Kathleen. It's DST on the East Coast. What's DST? I don't know what that means. Because I know we just changed not time zones, obviously. We changed times last night. I got such little sleep last night that my body has no idea that the time changed. I was just very thankful for that extra hour. Hi, Tracy. Happy Sunday to you. And if I did not say hello to you, hello. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. So T-Spill's video is only like 10 minutes long. It's super short, but I really think we could make a whole hour out of this because I got lots to say. I have so much to say. So much to say. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of this. Bam. There he is. Is that a good one? See, we got these choices. I got camera 2, camera 3, and then camera 4, I'm gone. So I'm going to stick with camera 1 because I like that one because it makes me bigger. Let's stick with camera 1 and let's hit play.
James Charles is getting called out for admitting to lying about his past sponsorships, and people are not happy about it. It's a mess, so let's get into it.
Let me just say real quick. Yeah, I told you I was going to interrupt her constantly. I went over to James's TikTok, the one where T-Spill got this from. I went over there and I checked the comments, and I had to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll to find the negative comments. There is so much positive. People that just totally missed it. Just totally missed it. It's going, or they just don't care, which is totally possible too. But I thought that the negative comments would be up higher. Oh, they're not. They're not high at all.
We've been talking a lot lately about influencers being dishonest and deceptive when taking sponsorships from brands. By now, we've seen it all. Them hiding their affiliations with the brand, inflating how well a product performs, and promoting products they secretly hate and know don't work. Something that's becoming more and more common on TikTok is influencers doing unsponsored reviews on a product. They're honest, they say they don't love the product until they land a sponsorship with the brand.
Okay, so T-Spill, just so you know, if you haven't seen the video, she goes into this Mikayla situation at the end of the 10 minutes. She goes into all of that because that was a thing. That was a thing, and I definitely want to talk about that situation.
Once they land a sponsorship, they'll turn around and push the product they once said they didn't like just because they're getting paid.
I think the concealer is fine. I wouldn't be running to get it because I like a little more coverage with my concealer. You can kind of see a little bit of darkness still coming through, even though I did 2 layers. For the concealer, I'm going to pass. I think it's just like a whatever concealer. It didn't cover what I like concealer to cover. Now I'm going to go in.
Okay, so I got this in PR. I got the concealer and the foundations in PR, and I did not like them that much either. They're okay. They're fine. They're just fine. They're definitely nothing that I would tell you go out and buy. I agree with Mikayla's original review that they're just fine.
With the Keep Me Covered concealer. This is full coverage. Look at my skin. And it's just like, whatever. There's way better affordable concealers, in my opinion, so.
Now, normally influencers...
It's like, did she forget? Did she forget she already tried it? I mean, because it's possible. I like to give people the benefit of that. Maybe she forgot that she already tried it and the money just made it better, just made it a better product. Because I've definitely forgotten that I've reviewed something in the past, but that stuff did not come out that long ago. I want to say that stuff came out less than 6 months ago. So it wasn't like it was years and years and years ago, because tastes change over the years. I really try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Tastes change over the years. Sometimes, you like something like right now, everybody's into the lighter coverage stuff. So back 5 years ago, maybe people wouldn't have liked something because they would have said it was too light coverage. But now that trends have changed, maybe they would like it more. That makes sense. But this product did not come out that long ago. Yeah, Max says that's the trouble with this audience. The attention span is so short, so it's way easy for them to overlook his past. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Oh, absolutely.
Don't ever admit to doing this. It's usually the fans who catch on and connect the dots and call them out on it. Well, not this time. James Charles has admitted to promoting a palette that he thought was hideous. Back in 2017, when James first started really gaining a following, he teamed up with Morphe for the first time ever to promote their new palette.
Okay, let me just pause real quick. I will tell you, the only time I've ever met James Charles was then, when he looked like that. I met him at an event. He was really upset. He was talking to Sanders Kennedy. I was walking around with Sanders. He was venting to Sanders about that he was upset. It was like right after the whole Ellen cover boy had just been announced. He looked like that. That was the James that I met. But it was just really quick. He had no idea who I was. And it was like hey, he was talking to Sanders and I was like, bye, nice to meet you. And that was it. We had a few a few Twitter DMs after he launched his palette because I was really struggling with it. I was having trouble with it. So I DM'd him. I was like, hey, it's not working well. So can you give me any tips to make it work better so that I can share that with my audience? And he gave me some different tips and tricks. I sent him over some pictures and they were awful. It was horrible. It was horrible. So, back then my makeup skills were, I had some questionable looks back then. Let me just say some looks that I'm not proud of, but those looks were really bad. Really, really bad. So he was trying to help me with it and he was laughing he was probably laughing at me now in hindsight. But at the time I thought we were laughing together about it. But that was the last time I talked to him. I internet broke up with him back a long time ago with the Rupee Sisters thing when he copied the national anthem thing. That was the end for me. Little did I know how bad it was gonna get. I had no idea, but I was like, this person is not a good person, at all. So that was the last time I talked to James, was way back when his palette launched. And it was just through Twitter DM. So we were never like friends in any way, like at all. But anyway, I just wanted to give you that backstory. Let's play.
The palette was the 39A palette, also known as the Dare to Create, and it was for Morphe's holiday launch. James was in all their campaign pictures, and he did a video promoting the palette on his YouTube channel.
And this is Morphe's first ever big launch like this, and I have the absolute honor of being able to actually model for the collection, and it was so much fun. Finally, the palette that I've been so excited to tell you about is the 39A, which is the Dare to Create palette. So this is the 39A right here, and if you'll notice, it is much bigger than the typical Morphe palette. That's because if you open it up, this is what you have inside.
It's safe.
And that's actually very similar in format to what his palette was. Do I still have it? Let me see if I still have it. It would be, yes. It's in my, I don't use these palettes anymore. So this is his palette. I'm pretty sure it's not available anymore. I think Morphe, eventually it's sold out enough. But yeah, it's the same setup. It's just brighter. So let me see if I can rewind a little bit so you can see the setup of the palette.
Than the typical Morphe palette. And that's because if you open it up,
yeah, right there. So it's very similar. Like as far as like the way that it is, he took this and ran with it, I guess. But I just thought that was interesting because I don't remember there being a big palette before this one from Morphe.
this is what you have inside.
It's safe to say that James's endorsement of this palette probably pushed his fans into buying it. He had major pull in the beauty world during this time, and he was really selling this thing to his audience. Without James pushing this palette, it would have been just yet another Morphe palette. But with James being the face of it, suddenly all his dedicated fans who love and support him also wanted to support him with this launch.
And I feel like even more so back then, people bought what influencers told them to buy. I think there are a lot of people that are a little more wise to it now. I don't know if any influencer has as much pull as they did then.
Well, it turns out James didn't really like the palette as much as he let on. James posted a TikTok with Lipstick Nick, and they were looking back on the last time that she did his makeup, which was for the Dare to Create campaign.
I just want to pause for a second and say how beautiful I think Lipstick Nick is and how talented Lipstick Nick is. I question, I don't know. I've never spoken to her. I don't know anybody that's ever talked to her. I don't know anything about her personally. In this video, she seems absolutely lovely, but she also worked for Morphe for a very, very, very long time. So it makes me kind of go a little bit. But really the thing that I know about Lipstick Nick is Lipstick Nick can take anything. She could take a palette of, feces and put it she could make it look beautiful. Like, she's ridiculously talented, can work with anything and make it look amazing.
2017, literally when I first got into the beauty industry, and that was actually the last time that she did my makeup too, which is crazy. We hang out all the time, we're texting every week, but she hasn't glammed me in years. In fact, for some reason this has been scrubbed from the internet.
So that's the look that Nick created on James for that palette shoot, because she was working for Morphe forever. And just very quickly, thank you so much to As Seen by a Subscriber for becoming a YouTube member. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
This was the last time she did my makeup.
James said that he felt like enough time has gone by where he can admit that that palette was hideous.
For a 2017 Morphe palette called the 39...
Dare to Create.
How did you remember that? That's a good memory. Okay, but I think enough time has passed now where we can comfortably say that palette was idiot. But I will say that was like my first time working with Morphe, and I think they wanted to put me to the test to see if I was good to collaborate with, and that is the shoot that then got me my James Charles palette. So it was ugly, but I am grateful. Yes, blessing in disguise.
Oh my God, that's it. That was when I lost it. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, I was like, okay, so this is the positive. Let's keep it positive. The positive is at least he's being honest about what a piece of complete crap he is. Like, at least we know. Like, I'd much rather people be honest about that they're a terrible person. Like, that's freaking horrible. And no, it hasn't been enough time. There's never enough time to say that you did something like that. You know what I mean? That people will just forgive you because of so many years ago. This says to me that he does not care about you. He doesn't care about your wallet. He doesn't care about your money. He doesn't care about how hard you work. All he cares about is manipulating you to buying something in order to further himself. That's what he did. He knew it was ugly. He didn't like the palette. He sold it to people and then laughed all the way to his collab palette. That's what he did. That's what he did. And he collected on it. And he did not care that he sold a palette that he didn't believe in to so many people that Morphe then believed in him. If he can sell this ugly palette, then he can have a collab. This is what it just makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. And part of the reason why it makes me so mad is because I have been doing this longer than him. It's like I have been reviewing products on YouTube since 2012. I don't know how old James is, but when did he release his Pumped Up Kicks video? Hold on, I gotta look it up. Hold on. When did James start it? Because he has an original YouTube channel from when he was a little boy. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta type in Pumped Up Kicks. That's the only song I remember he sings, Pumped Up Kicks. Okay. The YouTube channel is still up. It's called Jay's Coding, Jays Coding, and it is his old channel, and it says 11 years ago. So his first video was 13 years ago, but he was uploading 11 years ago. So what year was that? 11? I can't do math. I'd rather look and see exactly. So January 2012. So I think technically he did start before me. But he was singing Pumped Up Kicks. He was coding. He wasn't doing makeup stuff. But anyway, I've been reviewing products for a very long time. And it's like, it's just so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful to all of the people that built this makeup review. I'm not saying I was the one that built makeup. Obviously, I wasn't the first person to review makeup, obviously. But like, we built this thing. We built this city on rock and roll. And you were just coming in and just, you know, what's a horrible song? I don't want to offend anybody. I just all over it. It's like, oh my gosh, I just hate it so much. I hate it so much with my whole soul. I hate it. But what I don't hate is that As Seen by a Subscriber just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for doing that. That is so kind of you. And Aero Scorpion says, thank you for being you. I don't know who else to be. I don't. But this just made me so mad. It made me so mad because he's just so nonchalant about it. Like, it doesn't even matter. All the people, like, I tricked you into buying this crappy palette. And I got a collab off of it because I was so good at lying to you. I was so good at lying to you that Morphe gave me a collab palette. And you know that man made millions of dollars. He had to have made millions of dollars off of this palette right here. I bought one because I was reviewing everything back then. That was a choice. But I did review that. I did a bunch of reviews of it, a bunch of different swatches and things like that. But it's like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? So that was the big thing. But I want you to hear what T-Spill has to say about it.
And his fans were not happy with what he had to say. His comments are
Okay, so this is what she's going to go through and share some of the comments. But I'm telling you, you have to scroll so far down before he gets any negative comments. There's so many positive comments before the negative.
filled with people calling him out, writing, "So you lied to make us buy a shitty palette? Why did you promote a hideous palette? But that palette was so great when you were promoting it and making money, right? So you're a sellout. Got it. So how are we supposed to trust what you promote if you hated that palette?
You can't.
This is why you don't buy from influencers. Say it's the best one day, then say it's the next."
That makes me so sad. Like, this is why you don't buy stuff from influencers. And it's like, you know, some of us are just trying to like make a living. Some of us are just trying to do this as a job. And you're hurting that for the people that are being honest. Just really sucks. Oh my gosh, Shanus gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Shanus. That was so nice of you. Thank you so much. I don't know where it is. It's up on my little thingy, but thank you. There you are. Thank you so much for doing that. That was really sweet of you. Thank you so much. That's really, really nice. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing is that I would never tell you to buy something just to quote unquote support me. Like, please don't do that. Like, if there's something that I am promoting through like a sponsored video or like my candle collab with Coco and Soy or whatever it is, and it's something you genuinely want, like, please, yeah, it really helps me so much because it helps me to get more deals like that. And it helps me to continue to do this full time. But if you don't want something, like, I would never want you to buy something just because I said it was good, but you have no interest in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really want it. You're just getting it, for whatever. Like, don't do that. Spend your money on things that you love and that you genuinely want. We only get so much money, like, please don't do that. But this is what pisses me off is it's like people are not going to trust like people like that I trust, people in this industry that I trust. There's so many influencers out there that I watch that I trust. And it's like people aren't going to believe them either. And then it's going to hurt their careers. And it's not okay. It's just not okay because it creates this. The thing is James has so much visibility and we don't have that much visibility. So the way to get visibility is to kiss up to brands the way that James did. That's how you get to that level. That's how a lot of people get to that level is by kissing up to brands like that. I'm not saying every single person because I don't know every single person, but a lot of people, they kiss up to brands promote them, and then they end up, doing things with brands like a palette collab or whatever. So that basically gives them so much more visibility. So when they screw up, people then attribute that to people that don't have as much visibility. And that is really upsetting, not just for me, but to people that I care about in this space, people that also do this for a job. And I want everybody to do well and succeed, especially the people that are genuinely, truly doing this for the right reasons to help people. And just, it infuriates me. All right, let's watch a little more tea spill.
Fake as the fact that he lied about it so casually too. He was like, oh well, I lied to you guys, but hey, as long as I got my deal with Morphe for my palette, it's just so dishonest and goes to show you cannot trust these influencers. I thought maybe he just changed his mind and now decided that looking back on it, that palette is ugly in comparison to what's on the market today. But the way he worded it made it sound like he always thought it was ugly. It's like enough time has passed that my fans won't be upset that I lied and influence them to buy an ugly palette to help my career.
Remember when I said I don't
That's
buy anything
exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And it's so freaking frustrating. It is so frustrating. All right. Yeah, like Wendy's saying, as you said, I prefer someone show me exactly what trash they are up front. It's just constant lies from the Morphe crew sickening. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. So I wanted to pause before this because she makes some really good points, but then she also makes me sad for the same reasons that we've been saying. But I agree with her a lot.
Influencers. This is why. Influencers ultimately want to grow their pockets. And I'm not saying all influencers sell out, but most influencers have a price. And
okay, this wasn't the one I was thinking of. I agree with 100%. I don't agree with that, but I think that the influencers have the highest visibility. I think that that's true. But a lot of us, we can't get to that because we are honest, and the brands, they don't trust us to not shit on their products. They don't trust us because they know we're going to be honest and we're not just going to say something's amazing. So yeah, I think that she's correct when it comes to the most visible people. I think she's correct.
Sometimes a brand deal, sometimes working with somebody is just meant to be a stepping stone into the next phase of their career. Which is why I say don't take any of them seriously. Don't take their friendship seriously. Don't take the parasocial relationship seriously. These people are not real. Because
some people are not real. But you know what? This is the thing though, is James kind of is being real here. He is kind of being real. And I really do think that's really the way he is. So therefore, we should trust that. And if you enjoy watching James and you think that he's fun and you enjoy it, that's not my business. That has nothing to do with me. That's not my business. You live your best life. And it's your money. It's your money. I would not want anybody that I care about to waste their time watching his content and listening to his recommendations about anything. I don't care if he's recommending the best brand of toilet paper. I don't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. Nothing. Zero things.
Because they will sell you a product that they don't even truly like to see themselves come up somewhere, somehow, some way. And you know who truly suffers in that equation? The consumer.
The amount of people
Yeah, she's right there. She's absolutely right there.
that have stitched this video and have been like, it's so sad because I saved my money and then I listened to James Charles because I thought he knew a lot about makeup, and then I went and I purchased that palette. It's just really sad. And this is such a common theme in the people in the beauty industry. They don't care about promoting quality a lot of the time. They just want want money, and they'll say whatever they need to say to get money.
This is proof that
I think that, I do think a lot of the people in my community, like the people that are like, will watch my videos, I think that we are kind of all on the same page. We talk about this kind of stuff all the time. So I know I'm probably preaching to the choir a lot with you all, because y'all just, you have a BS detector. And I feel like a lot of you are really, really good at this, at figuring out who's somebody that you trust, who's somebody that you don't trust. And really it's up to the individual person, and you just have to decide for yourself, and it's your money. And then if you learn something different, then you then take that knowledge and move on in a different direction or in the same direction, whatever you want to do. But it just makes me really sad. The whole thing just is really upsetting, because this isn't just about James. This isn't just about the top tier influencers that get all of these collabs, they get all of these really big sponsorships with brands. It's not just about them. It's about everybody else. And I'm not saying, I want to make sure I'm very clear, I'm not saying that people that don't have that level aren't willing to sell out, because there are very small influencers that are very much willing to sell out. I've seen it happen. I've seen mid-tier influencers sell out. I've seen all kinds of people from all different, numbers of followers sell out. I think that when you truly watch somebody and you listen to what they're saying and you see them looking in the camera, and you can tell, I feel like I think one of the biggest tells is when someone's using a product and you look at it and you see it's going on like crap, and the person goes, man, this is going on like crap. And you see the same thing. It's not 100%. It's not 100% like that is the tell all the time. But when creators are willing to say, this is not a good product, I don't like this, and they say it with their whole chest, and they don't seem afraid to say, this product sucks, it's bad. Like, I feel like that's a really good indicator that you got somebody good. My only hesitation on that level is very small, new indie brands. I get nervous to say something to you all. So what I will choose to do with some of these very small new indie brands is I will just keep that information to myself. And when I get to know the brand more, then maybe I'll do like, hey, I really like this product from this brand, but this one's a miss. But I'm not going to come on and just trash a very small new indie brand, because it hurts my heart. Like, they're just learning, they're brand new. Like, I don't want to put that out there and have people have a negative impression from them when they're just starting out and brand new. That's the only time I will hold back on a negative review, because it just hurts my soul and I feel sad for them. But once I get to know the brand, like Sydney Grace, for example, or, Sigma, or, it's some of these brands that I know it's still an indie brand, but they're not like, it's not like it's Too Faced or something. Or like even like Gourmand Girls. I told you that I didn't like the one palette that they sent me, but I like the other palettes. Like, once I've tried a few things from the brand, I don't have a problem then saying I don't like this product. That's just a personal thing that I am very honest about and tell you. But that I just won't crap on something public. I won't tell you it's good though. Like I won't say, come on here and tell you something is really good when it's not. I just will keep that information to myself until I get more information about the brand and maybe have both sides to share with you. But other than that, I don't see any reason why you can't just be honest about the things. And it's very easy to be honest, especially about these, brands that have even been around for a year or more. It should be pretty easy to just be like, hey, this one didn't work for me. Maybe it'll work for you, but it doesn't work for me. I've been talking a long time. Let me hit play.
You can't trust what a lot of these influencers say. I'm
Very
sure there
sad.
are many beauty influencers who do only take sponsorships from brands they love and products they actually use and stand behind. But you just know.
And I appreciate that T-Spill said that because that is very true. And I know people that are like that, I am like that. I only accept sponsorships from brands that I've tried it, I like it, and I can endorse it. Like that is, it takes me a minute to sign the contract. I have to try it and give it some time before I'll sign it. So, but not everybody's like that.
Some of the biggest influencers got to where they are today by lying and being deceitful. Every product that they get sent to them, they claim to be obsessed with. Every product is life-changing, and they make you feel like you're missing out on something if you're not buying it and using their code. The unfortunate reality is, you can't trust what a lot of these influencers have to say, and you really need to do your own research before buying anything.
I mean, I think that that's true too. I mean, even when it comes to my reviews, I always recommend people find another source because I am a different person than you are. I may have a different skin type, a different skin tone. I may be a different age. I may live in a different climate. I mean, there's so many factors. I may be indoors more than you. There's so many factors. My lashes may be shorter. I mean, whatever it is, I do highly recommend, even with my own reviews, that people go to another source as well, especially if it's a significant investment. If it's money that you're like, oh, Jen said it's good. It's $4. I'll go ahead and try it. That's one thing. But if it's like $125 palette, I would never want you to just go off of what I say because there are so many other opinions out there. I would love if you would look other places too. Like, of course, I'm only going to tell you what I truly believe, but everybody has different opinions and someone else's review may give you insight that I didn't give you. But that's kind of, the way that I am. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at on that. It is actually time to pause for a second and take a little break and tell you what's on my face. And I actually have a product that I got in PR that I do want to share with you. This I've shared before. This is from Gabby Rose Makeup. This is the palette that she has over there. It is very pricey. It looks like this. I have very much been enjoying this palette. I have been using it. I used it on my eyes today, early this morning, about 8 o'clock this morning. I put on my makeup. It was super windy out. Not super windy. I would say it was moderately windy out. Sunny, talking a lot, blinking a lot. And I feel like my eyeshadow still looks really freaking good. And that's from this palette. It's just a good staple palette, in my opinion. You've got these beautiful glitters over here that I haven't had a lot of glitter fallout from. It's just a really nice staple palette. It is pricey though. I will say it is very pricey, but I'm just very thankful to have this. I honestly don't know if I would have paid the retail price on it just because I have other things like this, just as me being me. But would I recommend this to me if I didn't have this job? Yeah, I would. I absolutely would. It's a really nice palette, but like I said, it's pricey. So it's whether you need this in your life or not is whether I would recommend it. If you already have all these colors, then maybe you don't need it. But I like having all these colors all in one place. It's nice to have all that together. So this is what's on my eyes today. My blush today is the Too Faced. This is also PR. So that was PR. This is also PR. This is the Cloud Crush and Too Faced Cloud Crush Velvet Crush. And I've been using this a lot and I really like it. I feel like you can still see it a little bit, which is nice. And that's really all that's remaining on my face. The rest is gone. I used this today. This I gotten from that Target at Ulta Haul, the Urban Decay liquid lipsticky thingy. This is Love Ya Back Talk is the name of the shade on their liquid lip color. And it's nice. It's not overly uncomfortable. It's a really pretty color. Really like the color a lot. It's beautiful. And it was very comfortable and it wore off very naturally. And I like this product a lot. This is purchased, but that's gone. It's been gone. It's been gone for a minute. So that is what's on my face today. I'm going to scroll down because I think I'm way, way behind. KTB says, I looked up that palette months ago when you first mentioned it. It looks absolutely amazing. It is. It's a really good palette. It's a really good palette. It's just, I feel like I understand the price being high just because of what it is, and how many shades you get and everything. It's just, it's a little out of what I would pay for a palette at this point right now, because I'm kind of pinching a little bit. I'm pinching my pennies a little bit. I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, I need to stop spending so much money on things that I do not need. So, yeah, this is Gabby Rose Makeup is the name of the brand. I don't know what the specific name of this palette is, but it's the only palette I think that she has. She's mostly makeup brushes. I heard about her through the Marlena, Jen Gerard, Jacqueline Hill stuff. They did, she was on the sesh when Jen Gerard was on the sesh. Gabby Rose was on there too, talking about the Face Master brush that she had a trademark for. And then Jacqueline had the Morphe Face Master brush where she was infringing on Gabby's trademark. So Gabby had talked about it through there. And I was like, you know what? I'm trying that Face Master brush. That looks amazing. And it is amazing. I bought it and it's fabulous. It's really good. And then Gabby was kind enough to send me a couple other things over. So that's where that came from. You know, I haven't used a MAC Paint Pot Rose in so long. Painterly was my bae. Painterly was like my jam. I love that. I love that. Oh, yeah. James and Robert Welsh are phenomenal at what they do. They really are. Julie, I like the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. It's really good. It's really good. You just have to make sure you use the tiniest little bit because a little bit goes a very long way. And if you use too much, it makes a huge mess. So you have to use the tiniest little bit. Angel says negative reviews are also often more informative. I agree. We all have different issues and needs. It's awful for your oily skin. I'm going to like it. Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with a negative review. Like that's what I think brands need to understand as far as reviews go, that negative reviews can be just as helpful for a brand as a positive review, because then at least you know you're getting the information that you need in order to know whether it's right for you or not. So Nathan says, Jen, have you seen the new palette James is bringing out? The marketing campaign is cringeworthy. I did see that. I don't know how I saw it because I'm not following him. Did I look? I think I looked specifically at his Instagram because I knew I wanted to talk about this. I think that's how I came across it. And I honestly, I didn't mind the ad campaign. I have to say, I thought it was creative. I hate to say that because I really do not like this man, but I did think that the ad campaign was creative. It was cringy, but it was creative. I'm never buying anything from him ever. I do not trust the quality of his products. Honestly, I saw a lot of negative about the quality of his products. I mean, the fact that Lipstick Nick can make his products look amazing means absolutely nothing to me. Is it Lipstick Nick can do anything? And if you watch the end of that TikTok that, James is talking about, if you watch the end of the TikTok, the look that Nick makes on him is freaking phenomenal. It's incredible. She is so talented. I could never. If I tried so hard every day to create that look for a year, every single day practicing that look, it would never look that good. Never. I could never do it. It's never going to happen. But that doesn't mean that these products are any good. Just because Lipstick Nick can make them look good. Unless you are just as talented as she is. Yeah, I did happen to run across it. So yeah. But anyway, I always check negative reviews. I check negative reviews too, especially on Sephora and Ulta's websites, and even on Amazon and stuff. If I'm buying from there, I always check the negative reviews just to see what people are complaining about. Because sometimes people complain about the dumbest things. Something will be a 3-star review. It'll have 5 reviews of 3 stars. And the people are like, I don't like that the box is, rounded on the edges or something. You know what I mean? It's the weirdest things people complain about. And it's I don't care, and I'll buy it anyway. So I think that's really important. That's really important. So, okay, let's go ahead and go back to this video. Let's go back because we have a few more minutes left of it. I think it's this one. Yes, I did it. All right. I think it's like 2 or 3 more minutes left.
Another influencer who's been guilty of this time and time again is Mikayla. Last week when I talked about her not disclosing her Essence video properly, we talked about how she put the Essence partner banner over the video for only a few seconds and hid her disclosure in her hashtags, and how that's not compliant with the FTC guidelines. A lot of people in the comments said that it's time that the brands behind these sponsorships start being held responsible for influencers not disclosing properly.
And the thing is like, I can tell you the sponsorship contracts, they tell you exactly what you need to put. Like my sponsorship for today, and even when I did the Halara video, this sweatshirt is from a sponsored video that I did for Halara. They wanted so much in the description box. And I was like, dude, that's too much. Like Halara wanted so much in the description box. I was like, that's too much. I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. And they're like, okay, that's cool. But like even my description box today for Beam, it's a lot from Beam and the top of it. There's so much information because that's what I just copied and pasted from the brand. So if the brand tells you that you need to do something, you have to do it. Like you have to do it or else it will not get approved. So I personally think it's in the brand's best interest to make sure that influencers are disclosing properly and well. It makes the brand look better, I think, overall, because it makes the brand look like they're honest. And really, let's be real. I would say the vast majority of people do not care if something's sponsored. Like genuinely do not care. It's just tell me so I can make the decision that I want to make about it based on whether it's sponsored or not. Just be honest with me.
At the end of the day, these brands have the power to make sure the videos that they pay for are being disclosed properly. And if they aren't making sure of that, they're being just as deceptive as the influencer posting the video.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like we're starting to see the ramifications of Lashgate, because there's some brands now that are making sure everything checks out. Mikayla just posted a video teasing Maybelline's new plumping gloss, and although the hashtag disclosure was hidden, there was something new added that we've never seen before from her. Not only was the on-screen disclosure left up for the entire video, but she also had another disclosure noting that she had lip liner under the product that she was promoting.
That I think is so freaking smart. It is so smart to do that. What would have been smarter would have been to tell her not to use the damn lip liner. Don't use the lip liner. Just use the product. The product should speak for itself. It's just like the L'Oreal freaking mascara. It looked gorgeous on Mikayla without her allegedly adding false lashes. It looked beautiful. She didn't need to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the lip liner is necessary. But this is the thing, and people pointed it out from What's Up in Makeup today because we talk about this lip gloss. It's a Maybelline Lifter Plumping Gloss or whatever. We talk about it in What's Up in Makeup today. And one of the things that people are calling out, which I meant to mention in What's Up in Makeup, but I didn't, is that the model in the photos that are on Ulta's website, you can tell that the lip is overlined in the after photos. And you can tell Mikayla's lips are overlined here. Like 100%, they're overlined to make her lips look bigger. And when you go from a matte lip, you go from no lipstick or a matte lip that's a similar color, and you put just shine on it, it's gonna look bigger. Your lips are gonna look bigger with some shine on it. It's just a visual, illusion or whatever. Your lips are gonna look bigger. If you add lip liner and your lip liner is slightly darker than your natural, than the lipstick, your lips are gonna look bigger. Whether it is a plumping thing or not, they're gonna look bigger. It's makeup. It's what it's supposed to do. That's why people use the dang lip liner. You know what I'm saying? And then if you overline with the lipstick, it's gonna create a more dramatic effect. So this ad for this Maybelline gloss is still a lie. It's still a lie to me. It's not realistic. It's not a real thing. It's not. It's a straight up lie. Look at her lips. They're so overlined. But at least they're telling you on the screen it's a lie. At least they're being honest about the fact that it's misleading, not a lie, but that it's misleading. At least they're being honest about that. So I'm cool with that. I'm not cool with it. But at least they're on the way. They're on the way to it. Yeah, SJ says I hate plumping gloss, and I don't like. They're too spicy for me. Like I can handle the Too Faced one just a little bit. If I grab it and I'm really in the mood for it, I'll use it, but they are not my favorites. They're really not. They're too painful for me. I don't like pain. especially making myself in pain on purpose. Like, no thanks. Those lip liners, the Too Faced lip liners, they sent them to me in PR. Oh my gosh, I gave them all to Linda from Glitter Fallout. I was like, take these, bitch. I don't want them. I was like, they're terrible. They hurt. They hurt my lips. Don't want them. And Linda freaking loves them. If you don't know Linda from Glitter Fallout, she's amazing. She's an angel. I love her so much. We've traveled together multiple times. She's freaking fabulous. But yeah, so some people really like the plumping gloss, some people don't. But my point is that this what Mikayla has going on right here is not the lip gloss. It's not. It's just not. The majority, maybe it's plumping it a little bit, but the majority of what is happening there is the fact that her lips are so shiny. She's outlined them in a darker color with a lighter color in the middle, and she's overlined. That's what it is.
Do you see?
I see
how juicy and plump my lips look right now?
Yes, I do. I agree. 100%. That is honesty. They are juicy and plump looking. I don't know if it's that Maybelline gloss.
I can't show you though because it's from Maybelline, but it's not out yet. But it's like affordable drugstore. Let's just say my lips are spicy right now.
Oh, by the way, just as a heads up and what's been makeup, I said that those glosses are $29. I didn't even hear myself say it. I listened to that part back probably 3 times. Didn't even hear it. They're $12.99. They're $12.99, not $29, just so you know.
Oh, I wish I could show you. What I can do is try another color. What? This formula? Oh, you guys are going to want to try these. You guys are going to want to try these. This is spicy, juicy, plumpy heaven. Even voluminous. There's so many colors, and I want to show you it so bad because the packaging is so freaking cute. If you want to reveal, let me know in the comments.
Okay, so my question is if no one let her know in the comments, would she not do a reveal? I would imagine that the reveal is sponsored too, so it doesn't really matter if people say in the comments. It's just engagement. I mean, it's just one of those engagement things.
But I know you guys are going to freak over these.
That is disclosure. That is what Lashgate should have been. Mikayla should have had L'Oreal partner printed on the entire video with a disclosure of her wearing the false lashes. Obviously, Maybelline did not want to end up.
Look at that. Where's her natural lip line is significantly lower. That eye look is beautiful, though. I will have to say, whatever she did on her eyes is gorgeous. I will never, ever say that Mikayla is not talented at makeup. Holy crap. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Up in the same situation as L'Oreal, and they must have made sure that Mikayla put that over her video. I really don't think this is a case of Mikayla finally learning to disclose properly and suddenly turning into an honest influencer. This was the brand's doing. If the brand—
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. It's sad though, because I really wanted to like Mikayla. I really did. I thought that she seemed like a real sweetheart. I really want to like her. I've never spoken to her ever, like ever, not even through DM, never. So I don't know her personally at all. All I know of her is who she presents herself to be, and who she presents herself to be is somebody that's not somebody that I think I would want to be friends with. Not at all. But I don't know her all outside of her, whatever she's shown the internet. So I'm sure there's a lot of her that I don't know. But she hasn't presented herself to be somebody that I would trust to be my friend. Not that she would want to be my friend, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, AA says talented in makeup, talented in being dishonest too. I think she is talented in being dishonest. I think she's very talented. I mean, she's shown that. It's really sad. It's really sad to have that much talent and all of that, and to be rewarded for dishonesty. That's, I think, the part that really gets me. And I think that's where I get bitter. I'll be honest. I'm a bitter bitch when it comes to that. You know, that I see people being honest and I see people working hard and doing everything right. And then they don't get the same kind of opportunities as Mikayla and James. They don't get the same kind of positive attention. And it just makes me sad. It just makes me sad. I see a lot of people saying different things, and they're agreeing with people. SJ, I can't tell with Mikayla. She uses such a heavy filter. You can't tell if the makeup looks like that. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Well, it's still pretty. Either way, it's still really pretty. And then Joe, I think, Oh, that she has filler in their lips. I feel like, if you want to get filler, people should be allowed to get filler if they want to. I've never gotten filler. I have been using, though, I will let you know, I have been using the thing, was it Dr. Brandt? Dr. Jart? One of those doctors. The one that came out with the lip injection-y thingy. I think it might be right around here somewhere. Is it in here? The lip injection-y thingy? I think it is. This, Dr. Dennis Gross. I had it all wrong. Dr. Dennis Gross. Okay, so they sent me this, and they sent me, it's like a red light, like lip-shaped little red light thing, and you hold it in your teeth for 3 minutes, and it's supposed to like plump your lips. I've been using that. That's kind of fun. I don't know if it works or not, but I kind of like it. I like to pretend like it works, but I've never gotten filler or any of that stuff, so I don't even know what any of that is like. Never done it. No shame to anybody that does. Like, if you want to do it, it's your face. Do whatever you want. All right, let's finish up this video.
Brands don't make sure that influencers are being honest, they're going to try and get away with whatever they can. She recently did a sponsorship for Mark Anthony, and of course, no verbal disclosure, no written disclosure, and the one disclosure that she did have was hidden in the hashtags.
Hate that.
So it seems like brands need to be the ones stepping up and making sure the ads that they're paying for are properly disclosed. I feel like it's going to be so much easier for the FTC to go after brands that aren't making sure of that, rather than going after each individual influencer. So who knows?
Because right now, the way that it is that the FTC says that it's the influencer's responsibility, which I feel like if they put it on the brands and then make it, because it's easier for brands to specifically say to all of the influencers they work with, hey, this is what we need you to do. Like, that is so much easier. You have a copy and paste that you just give to everybody, rather than the influencer like having to figure out how that individual brand wants me to disclose. Like, I personally really appreciate it when a brand gives me that information. Like, of course, I'm still going to do, this video is sponsored by, no matter what the brand tells me, I'm still going to put the little YouTube thing off there that says the video is sponsored, no matter what the brand tells me. It's still going to be above the fold, no matter what the brand tells me. But I really like when they give me a copy and paste so that I can do it exactly the way they want me to. So if there was some kind of like standard that the brand decides this is what we're going to send out to all influencers, I think that would be the best way to do it. And that way everybody's covered. I really don't like that the FTC puts it on the influencer. I wish that they would put it on the brands. I feel like it should be both. I think both should be held accountable, the influencer and the brand. That's just my opinion. I feel like gua sha might work, Rose. I think it might work because it's the whole lymphatic drainage thing. It's supposed to work. I don't know. Yeah, Pink Expression, honest work doesn't produce in all areas of life. It's very disheartening. Yeah, and that's one thing that I have learned over the past, I would say 10 years or so, is that how hard you work is not equal to how much money you get. Like, it's just not, it's not a thing. Like, you could work think about some of the people that work so hard. They work 2 jobs. They work all day long. They work so hard. I remember when I was in Vegas last time, I was in the bathroom and I was washing my hands, and the 2 women that worked in the bathroom, that were cleaning the bathroom, were talking to each other, and they were having a conversation about how they had 2 jobs, that this was just one of their jobs. And they were just kind of talking about their different jobs and how some days they would go to both jobs in the same day. And it's like, those women make so much less than they should, I'm sure, considering how hard they work. And it's really sad. It's really sad that we can't, that you cannot work hard and make so much money, and you can work your ass off and make pennies. It's very disheartening. I 100% agree with you. Thank you for bringing that up. And then Natalie says, and let's be better, smarter consumers. Oh, 100%. The more we buy, the more brands do this stuff. Always be careful with someone's opinion who gets free stuff sent to them. I think so too. I do think so. I think overall, that's a great general rule, is just if someone's gotten something for free, they've gotten it for free, to just take it with a grain of salt and look up other reviews, especially if you're investing whatever that dollar amount is for you, that's a significant amount of money. And the thing is if people are not purchasing based on reviews that are obviously dishonest, then those people won't get sponsorships anymore. Like, they won't get as many sponsorships anymore, I should say. It will hit them in the wallet if people don't purchase through their links or whatever it is. So I think that it's important, if you do realize that there's somebody that you don't trust, to just not click on their links. Don't purchase from them if you don't feel like that they're honest. So, all right, we're almost done. Almost there.
Maybe we'll start seeing a shift as more and more brands start to realize that the FTC might be catching up to them. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.
I love her videos. Oh my gosh. I do. I love T-Spill's videos. If I could meet T-Spill one day, that would be super cool. I talked to T-Spill privately, but I don't know like what her real name is. I don't know what she looks like. I don't know anything, but we've chatted privately a little bit. We've kind of like helped each other a little bit behind the scenes, like if I had any questions about anything, I know I could go to her and ask, and she would help me. She knows she can come to me. Like during all of Jacqueline stuff, she was asking me for like receipts and stuff. Like if you watch her videos about the Jacqueline stuff, you'll see some of my receipts in there because I gave them to her, and she credited me. And I love that. I love that I can work together with people behind the scenes and make sure that stories are accurate. They can make sure my stories are accurate. I can make sure their stories are accurate, because we all want to be accurate. And that just gives me so much respect for her, just as a creator, how much she wants to be accurate. I think that's super cool. So, Snowbird says, I love you and Teresa's dead. Teresa's amazing because you're both so obviously honest. I love Teresa. I do. I genuinely love that woman. She's so amazing. I think I've told the story before. When I met Teresa, she had not started her channel all that long before. She had a really small following, and I had just found her. I think it was like maybe a few weeks before I met her. And when I met her, it was kind of like oh, hey, I kind of know you. Oh, hey, I kind of know you. It's so nice to meet you. And then like we just talked for a couple minutes, and then we separated. And it's like, now it's like, man, what a missed opportunity to spend more time with her. Like, I really wish I'd gotten to spend more time with her then. But I am going to get to spend more time with her at some point, which I'm very excited about. Hopefully. Crossing my fingers. All right, let me scroll down quite a bit. Okay. The makeup nurse says, I'm too small for any sponsors, but plan on always being honest. I started my channel for fun, so don't care if brands don't like what I have to say. That's awesome. And this is the thing too, is that I think that when you're first starting out, it's really hard to get any kind of sponsors. But if you really love a brand, talking about them, and talking to them on Instagram, be like, oh my gosh, I really love this. I mentioned it in my video because I loved it so much, and just let them know that you have a video about it. They can't hurt. Just be like, hey, I love this product. And that's really how I've gotten a lot of the PR that I get, is because I genuinely already love the product. Like the Gabby Rose, she saw how much I loved the Face Master brush. So she sent me a couple other things over, which was so nice of her. She did not have to do that. Artitude Cosmetics. I actually bought Artitude Cosmetics just released their fall palette. I'm just going to show you. It's very nice. They put out really nice palettes. So I bought the Phoenix palette for Phoenix, and they saw my email address on there, and they started sending me over a couple of other things. They sent me some other stuff over, and actually Phoenix used the Phoenix palette for Halloween. When they did their makeup, they did their own makeup, and they looked adorable. Oh my goodness, absolutely adorable. But anyway, my point is that if you're looking to start going that direction, using products that you really genuinely like and letting brands know, hey, really love your products. I talked about it in a video because I was so excited about it. And that's kind of the next step, is starting to get PR. And then once your audience starts to grow, then the sponsorships start coming. But it takes a while. It takes a really long time. It's a really long time. So we have like 2 minutes left. I can't believe this chat went by so fast. I'm like sweating in this. Okay, so let me show you the shirt I'm wearing underneath this. It's too hot for this. I'm just realizing my cheeks are red. But it was like, I was watching somebody's video. It was like a fashion video, and she was like, graphic t-shirts are out. And I was like, damn, maybe I should be wearing my graphic t-shirts and chatting more. I mean, I don't really care, but I also have been wanting to wear this in a video because I do really like it a lot. So I've been wanting to wear this shirt in a video, and it's cold upstairs. My husband opened the door, but this is the shirt I'm wearing. If you're listening, it's a dinosaur, and he's got little like reachy things in his hand. You know, like those little grabby things where you like want to reach something and you squeeze the handle and it's like long and it grabs things. He's got 2 of those, and he's got, it's like this like sunsetty thing behind him, and it says, "I'm unstoppable." And I freaking love this shirt. And you know what? I don't care if graphic tees are out. I'm wearing graphic tees forever. Because I feel like it shows your personality. When you're wearing a graphic tee, it like shows who you are as a person. And this is me in a shirt. I love dinosaurs. And I thought that this was freaking hilarious. And it's hot down here. I can't even believe I kept that shirt on that long. Oh my gosh. I think t-shirts are timeless too. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. I don't think graphic shirts are ever out, Natalie. I agree with you. Oh, thank you so much, Julie. Julie says fandoms are always cool. Don't listen to the haters. I agree. It was like a fashion video I was watching. They were like, graphic tees are out. If you want to wear graphic tees, you should wear like tees that are like dedicated to a city or something. Like if I had like a San Diego shirt and it had like a sunset behind it or something, that wouldn't be out. But like stuff like this supposedly is out of fashion, and I don't care. But it reminds me of when I was wearing a lot of cold shoulder shirts and people were like, "Jen, that is so out of fashion." And it gave me a complex. So I stopped wearing them, and then I was like, yeah. But if you still wear cold shoulder shirts, you should totally wear them. But I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take the heat anymore because every time I wear a cold shoulder shirt, somebody had to tell me how unfashionable I was. Like, all right, fine, I'll stop wearing them. So yeah, I don't think graphic tees, Yamina, I don't think graphic tees will ever be out either. But anyway, I think it's time to go. It's time to go. And I'm sad because this was a really fun chat. I really enjoyed this. I hope that you enjoyed it too. And you know, like I said, if you want to be a fan of James Charles, that's not my business, but I am not. Clearly I am not. So yeah, I don't enjoy when people make light of tricking people into spending their money. I think that's gross. I think it's disgusting. I think it shows who he is as a person, and it's gross. I'm not, like I said, I'm not surprised because he's shown that he's gross in many ways as far as who he is as a person. So it is what it is, but you know, it's up to individual people what y'all want to do. But that's how I feel about it. And thank you to T-Spill for making such a great video and giving me something to comment on because this was super fun. And also, thank you so much to Lola Whiskey Mouth for becoming a member. I don't know where you are in my comments, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. And thank you for being here in live chat. Next week, and I made a mistake when I told you about the 5 p.m. chats. I want to tell you real quick. So 5 p.m. chat, the next one isn't going to be until Sunday, November 26th. That's the next 5 p.m. chat. There won't be a What's Up in Makeup that day, but because of the holiday, because of our Thanksgiving holiday here in the U.S., and I won't be able to have time to make a What's Been Makeup, but we'll have live chat at 5 p.m. on the 26th. So next week is going to be 10 a.m. The 12th is 10 a.m. The 19th is 10 a.m. 26th is 5 p.m. 3rd is 10 a.m. Eastern time. The December 10th is going to be 10 a.m. No, December 10th is going to be 5 p.m. Eastern time. December 17th is 5 p.m. Eastern time. And December 24th, we probably won't do anything because of it being Christmas Eve. So hopefully that helps you out. And mad love to you. Have a wonderful week. And yeah, I'll see you soon in a video very soon. Mad love. Bye.